Any doubts regarding previous session? Yeah. What is that? Have you added that IP address to your host file? So let's not get in. Yep. Okay. Now I'll just go for master data extraction from master system. So I just want to take you to this master data extraction from master system. So always we are supposed to use business content data source. So we have to install the data source from business content. You have to install the data source from business content, that is RSS. You have to install the data source from business content, that is RSS. Then maintain the data source RSS. Check the extractor RSS. These are all in ERP system. Then when it comes to build the system, what to do? Just to get data source. Then assign. So if it is direct update, directly create info package, load the data. If it is flexible update, insert char as info provider or data target. Then update rules. Then create info package. Run installation and go with the delta. Getting my point? Anything, Arun? I just want to upload sales organization attribute data now. So from ERP system, I just want to upload sales organization attribute data. So I'm just going for source system. So what is the transaction code? RSA fine. Then SAP R3. What is this? So these are all your transaction data sources. And for master data, always you have to go for this. So what is that? You want to go by? Right. Sales are attribute data. Select, go with message continue. So there are some warnings. Even you are going to get the request number also. We are going to get the request numbers also. Using that, we can transport the object. Got my point? Then maintain the data source. SAP R3 as the sales master. So select the data source. Go with change. Continue. If at all any unwanted column, you can just hide that. Any unwanted column, you can go by hiding. Then save it. You can just click it, no issue. That. So what is my next step? Check the extractor. So what is that? Style tag underscore attribute. So go with extract. 34 records are selected. Continue. Display list. The rules. I think this is for some other currency. Then what's my next step? Replicate the data source in DW system. I'm just going for RS-A1. India only. Only India. Check the connection. Double click on your address system. So what's that? 0. Sales are already it is used. No worry. You can just remove and you can just go on. Just remaining this assignment. Back. So I click what to do? Replicate data sources. Then right click. What is that? Assign. What is that? Business running info source. Yes. That's what we are doing. Now click on install. Go to install. We are into business channel now. Right, it is done. Go with. So what is the kind of info source it is? This is direct update info source, this symbol. And flexible update, it is indicated by this. Now what is the info source? We have got direct update. You can directly go to modeling. Right. Then info sources. Then what to do? Find your info source. What's that? Sales org. Right click. Create info package. Description. Save it. Subject. Schedule. Start. Getting my point? So this is how you need to upload your master data attribute from R3 system. Now I just want to go with data source enhancement. Next topic, I'm just taking data source enhancements. Right. So why do people go for data source enhancement? First thing. Why people used to go for data source enhancement? If the delivered data source not matching user requirements, you have to go for enhancements. If the delivered data source not matching means if it requires to add some additional column, not completely. So it requires to add some additional column. So if it requires to add some additional column, we can just go for enhancements. So we can go for enhancements related to standard data source and we can go for enhancements related to business standard data sources as well. Anything we can just go by. We can go by standard data source enhancement, we can go by delivered business generic data sources enhancement. So as usual, the steps are going to be, there are two different steps. So adding the new column to the data source, whatever column you want to add up. So it's going to add just only appending the structure. Then after adding the data, after adding the column, we have to populate data for the new column. Newly added column, for the newly added column, we are supposed to populate data. So if you want to populate data for the newly added column, so we have to go for user exit. User exit, or you can go by body. The body is RSU5 underscore happy underscore body. Body is related to ABAP classes. So the user exit that we are going to use is RSAP0001. This is a user exit, that is user for enhancement. RSAP0001. That's what. So this adding is done by using RSA6. Adding the new column to the data source is done by using RSA6. Let me tell you this. So step by step I'll tell you. If it is a fresh data source, you have to install the data source, right? Any doubt, Santosh? Then add the new column to the, that is RSS6. Then user exit. We have to, for populating data, you have to go by user exit, that is CMOD. Then check the extractors you want to verify. Then in BW system, we can replicate. See to that the new column is replicated. New column is copied. Then assign info source. See to that the new column is mapped. The new column is mapped. We have to verify. Then data target. The new column must be available. Everywhere we have to verify the new column. Update rules. Info package. So these are the different things which you have to do. Any doubt? Now, I'll just go with so 0 vendor underscore attribute, 0 vendor underscore attribute data source. I just want to go with enhancing a new column, that is vendor account group I want to add. Vendor account group I just want to add. Right. Let me install the data source first. RSFI in source system. SAP R3. This is related to material management. Then material master. Getting the point? So then go with transfer or activate, you can say. Continue. So now the data source is activated, standard data source. Then what to do? Right. Appending the structure, that's what we are doing. MM master. Then go with. No, it's not the same. It is. So this is the default structure we have to keep in mind while writing user exists. This is the structure comes into picture. We'll just give you some document regarding this. Save the document. Then right, no issues. Let it be going on. So what is that? This is the default structure. It is getting populated. Go with continue. Let's say somebody has enhanced with things, right? Already exists. Go with continue. Now give the description. Now whatever characteristic you want to add up, prefix with double C. What is the object you want to add up? Vendor account group. Right. So what is the component? Actually, because of the structure, I can just tell you. Because of the structure, it's telling that information. structure normally it is not being used. It is used means already it is an answer. Doesn't matter. So just give the description of the column, whatever you want to add up. Prefix with double Z. Always customer reference must be prefixed with double Z. Then here we have to maintain component type. The constant component type is nothing but data element of your Apple system. So I told you there are around 60,000 tables. It is highly impossible to remember each and every table and the columns. So when it is required, you can just get those required columns. So you can get the help of your technical team members or functional team members. So let's say, let me tell you, plan one is country. Some of the important ones. I have given some list of tables. If you can go through that, it's going to give you. Plan, sales organization. You can get the help of your technical team person. And otherwise, you can just go through the tables given to you. Most of the objects are covered. EKORZ, purchase organization. VKORZ, EKORZ. Like this. You got some standard data elements. You can just give your data element. Now press enter. So what is this? So it is inserted. Now just go with activate. Yeah. What is that attribute? No, this is one second. That is not our BW related attribute. Just it is small and no, you just look at this here. This attribute is different from our attribute. So you can see what is this. So this is we are just appending for our data source. This is just a structure. When it comes to BW system, for vendor we are going to maintain this account group as attribute only. That's what I mean to say. Here these attributes are different. Yes. No, actually there is some searching here in after system. There is some transaction code where you can go for some F1 names. I'm not sure what is that, but normally we do go like this only. So if you want to get it, you just get it done. Okay. Data element. While defining, yes, data element includes your data type and line. Just go with activate. Give the package. Save it. Create request. Save it. Continue. Just continue. What it says? Right. Just go back. Select the data source. Once again, change. Completely scroll down. What is the column you have added? But it is in hide. So you have to deselect this hide and field only flag. Field only flag, if you want to populate data, you have to deselect that. Hide is to exclude the unwanted columns. But I want to include. That is the reason why I am just deselecting that. Field only is if you want to populate data by using user exit, we have to deselect that field only. Field only selected means data will not be transferred. Done? Right, just save it. So now, so we have just appended the column to the new structure, right? So what is that? Right. CMOD in R+ system. Same CMOD works even in BW also. So just give your project name, ZBW underscore TNGS 2H, already exists 2H. So there is some problem with this. I'll tell you what is the problem. Description, then save the assignment, continue. Any doubt? See more? I'll let you know. One second. Huh? So what is this? Announcement assignment. What is the announcement? RF AP 0001. This is the announcement. So what it says now? That's what the problem with user exit. One user exit can only be assigned to one project. The same user exit cannot be assigned to multiple projects. No, still, this is a standard enhancement for your data sources related to your extractors. So that is where the baddies are replaced. The baddies are replaced. The user exits are replaced by baddies. That's what I mean to say. Done. You cannot create other enhancements. We have to use the standard enhancement only. So this is done by your ABAP team in fact, but still I just want to give you all the approach. This is all your ABAP coding. So now what is that? I can just go by existing project. I just want to show you some elements. Just using existing project, display, enhancement. What is enhancement? So what is this? So there are different exits you can see. This is interview question here. This is interview question, you need to be careful. So what is this? 001 for transaction data source enhancement. 002 master data attribute. 003 master data text. 004 master data hierarchy. Getting my point? Yes, these are the exits. So we got 4 types of data sources online. Transaction data, attribute, text and hierarchy. That's all. So what is our data source now? Attribute. So what is that we have to use? Just give a double click on this. Now, this is the include program. Underlying this include program, you have to declare some parameters like I underscore data source. What is that data source mean? And what is this info object mean? And update mode, whether it is full or delta. That's what you have to mention. So go to source code, double click on include program. Yes. Package, request. So this is where we have to write the required code. This is done by your ABAP team. And if you want to go through some dummy coding, the document that is given to you, you can just go through. Getting a point? You can just go through the document, write the user exit. Now, after writing the user exit, what to do? We can verify the extractor. Yes or not? RC3, that is as usual. RS A3, what is that? 0 vendor underscore attribute extract. There might be more than, so you got 900 records. what to do now? That's what default is. It will not be populated. Right. Now you can use the same project, and the same project you can declare the coding. That's what I underscore data source comes into picture. See, under the same project, and you can use the same user exit, but you can declare the data source. When you go with I underscore data source, it's going to read the concern data source. Let's say I want to enhance one. Can you hear me? Can use the same for multiple data source enhancements also. We can use the same exit and same project. But where we are going to declare the I underscore data source. So which tells you what is the data source. Yes, see, normally enhancement is also a specific requirement. You don't find many enhancements, 1 or 2 points. Nothing more than that. Yeah, Ren. Yeah. See, using the same user exit, we can go for multiple data source enhancements. So I underscore data source you are declaring now. That I underscore data source comes into picture. Getting my point, Arun? Can you hear me? So what is that? You are declaring something called I underscore data source. A parameter in the user exit, you are going to declare a parameter called I underscore data source. There you have to declare the multiple data sources. So if the condition is satisfied for one data source, it's going to get that data. Need not to worry, just keep in mind and you can just go through the document Arun. You will get some points and normally it is done by your back team. Getting my point? Right. Yeah, you have to go through, you can just go through the document given to you. It's going to be step by step. So then, what to do? Replications and all as usual. No changes at all. So what is that? 0 vendor underscore. Attribute. You can just find that data source. You can just go on here. Same. Right click. First replicate the data source. Since the new column is going to come, yeah, you can just remove that assignment, right click, replicate, then assign all these things. So tomorrow I'm going to start off performance. So we are coming for end of the BWS. So next 4 sessions I can finish off performance. Right. I'm going to take up here. Don't worry. Yeah. Change transfer rules. BI is also there. We are supposed to take off. So now reporting related authorizations I've explained as per. Not the checkbox. Here we have generated some roles and profiles. RSec admin. So what is that? So see to that the column is also mapped. That's what you have to go for. So the mapping and all as usual you can just try it out. What is that? We have discussed Dex Broadcaster. Reporting agent is replaced by Dex Broadcaster. And we are going to discuss transportation. Monitoring is data load monitoring is. Translation we don't work on that, no issues. Business and account. Transportation. That's what I'm going to explain as part of our performance I'm going to take up. So you got something called aggregate, compression, partitioning. There are many things I'll explain you, don't worry. Performance.